What's up, everybody? This has been a long time coming, and I've basically been putting this off for quite a long time, and it's now time just to crack on. I've been a very lucky person to have in fact four in total, but three people at once do a cloning experiment of one of my beers. Now, I'm fully honoured about that, but it was the Worcestershire. I want to say Worcestershire. I hope it's Worcestershire, not Worcester. Worcestershire Homebrew Club, and they decided to do January juice, which is that was my very first stab at doing a New England style IPA. Turned out it was a New England style pale ale. It was like 4 point something in the end, but yeah, they've done their version of it. So Walter's Brewery, Mish Ales, and Dave Cutler, good old Dave Cutler. So they've done three versions of it. I got sent a spec sheet with information about all the beers, and I kept it in such a safe place I couldn't find it this evening. I was so annoyed about it. But basically, they've got three different setups. I think one of them's got like a brew in a bag, another one does 3 ton, you know what I mean, 3 vessel traditional brewing, and the other one might have been a grain father, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, it was, each of them sort of wanted just to see if there was any differences between their kit and efficiencies, and just generally probably a bit of a competition as to see who can brew the best beer. So I've already poured them out. Excuse the fact that this one is a smaller glass, but they are all IPA glasses. Looking at the spec sheet, I seem to remember that one person, or at least, used Irish moss, which you're kind of not really wanting to do in one of these kind of beers. But anyway, so this one on the left one is from, I think it's Dan Walters. Yeah, Dan Walters. Now, apologies guys, because it's December now and these were brewed in sort of August. But yeah, first one is Dan's. Getting a little bit of an aroma. I should probably tell you that the grain bill is Maris Otter, Munich oats, wheat carapils. That was my original recipe, and hops is Citra, Nelson Sauvin, Mandarina, Bavaria. There is a slight tropical note to it, but nothing really punching out. But you know, August, September, October, November, like, yeah, a good 4 months. This one is Mish Ales. Forgot your name, apologies. That one smells quite malty, I would say. Getting a lot of malt number on that one. This one, obviously, you can see this one's the murkiest. Aroma I'm never that good at. Not getting too much from that, but again, apologies guys, it's taken me forever. So anyway, appearance wise, this one's sort of slightly murky. This one is the clearest. Still slightly hazy, and this one, can't see if I can thing through it. So this one's probably the truest in terms of the murk. The colour, with the murkiness of it, it does look a lot darker than the other two. Also, carbonation wise, this one in the middle is the most carbed. You can see that streaming up quite a lot. This one's relatively carbed, and in fact this one is relatively carbed as well. But this one is not really retaining much of a head. Let's see what I can do with the swirling of it. Oh, it's going everywhere now. Yeah, it's just like a thin ring around it. Before I dive in, thanks guys, much appreciated, but I'd also probably like to address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that I'm doing this in the kitchen. The reason I'm doing this in the kitchen rather than in front of the snazzy curtains is that there is a Christmas tree right in front of the snazzy curtains, and I wouldn't be able to sit in the place where I normally sit down. So anyway, thanks guys. I'm going to just delve into this one first. Tastes pretty good. I would say I'm getting a bit of malt on that one. I'll come back to it anyway in a minute. That one there, I'm getting a bit of the Nelson, but I would also say this is quite malt forward. So whether or not, I can't remember if we discussed, it was mentioned the levels of hopping, whether or not the dry hopping was done the same across the board. And I apologise for my lack of responsible research. I did read it when I received it a few months ago, but it's gone. So anyway, this third one. That's interesting. Getting a Nelson on that one as well. Back to this one. But yeah. Okay, it might be that you drink with your eyes, but this one here seems the juiciest, the murkiest one. And I don't know if it's because the mouthfeel is a little bit more thick. It's not really thick at all, but it certainly lends itself to being with a bit more body, and that can often act as a bit of a vehicle for the hops. I could be talking out my ass here, but this is just my amateur opinion on this. This one's nice. I mean, they're all nice. They're all nice, really good. But this one's definitely a bit more malty, a bit more malt forward. Got a feeling, I mean, it looks the clearest, so this one's probably the one that I would say had the Irish moss in it, the finings, which can, you know, it's a bit lighter bodied than the other ones. And again, the levels of hoppage, I would say this one probably has the most hops, followed by this one, followed by this one. Whether or not they actually do, but this is how I perceive it. I would say in all examples, the hops are definitely faded, and that is my fault. So I accept full blame for that. But they're all still three very tasty beers, and well, I'm all on my own this evening, so I'm gonna finish all three of these. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. So I'd really like to say thanks ever so much, guys. That it's been flattering, but it's also been really great to A, have been chosen, and B, to have been able to offer some advice on the mistakes that I made, because I've only done like one New England style IPA, drank loads, but only done one. That was a year ago now, between Christmas and New Year actually, which is in a couple of weeks' time, and yeah, it's certain things that I wanted to fix. I sort of said to the guys, don't do this, don't do that. I did this, but don't do that. So I overcarbed mine a little bit, so I told them to keep the carb levels down, and they have. You know, there's no sort of bite that you know, bitter bite. I got them to get the IBUs down a bit more. Excuse me. And yeah, just fix some of the mistakes that I made, and they have. So, oh goodness me, apologies. Yeah, so I think it's been a great experiment. There's certainly been a bit of differences, and in terms of the ABV, I think this first one here was 5.1. The one in the middle 6.6, and this one on the end I'm not sure. But yeah, it's been great to chat to these guys, and it's been a great little experiment. And you know, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's slightly surreal that someone got in touch and said, "Can we clone your recipe?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." And you know, 3 great brewers, and you know, I wish you guys all success. And if you ever want to send me any more beers for review, I am, you know where I am. So anyway, I'm gonna cut it short here because it's 11 minutes, and you don't need to hear me waffling on. I haven't done this for a couple of months, so I'm a little bit out of practice and stuff like that. So yeah, another video to come hopefully soon. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Cheers.